Welcome to Animal Atlas. Come with us around the globe and explore the animal world and its jungle animals and desert creatures. We'll meet wildlife on the savannah and see our underwater friends and animals from the Arctic Circle. Anywhere, everywhere animals live. It's always an adventure. Today on Animal Atlas. Our passports are out and we're headed for Africa. Africa may be the world's second largest and second most populous continent. But it comes in first with its wild populations of large carnivores, such as lions, cheetahs, and hyenas. And its wild populations of roaming herbivores, from giraffes to elephants, to antelopes, and zebras. Africa is a land of climactic diversity. This huge continent boasts arid desert regions, where curious-looking creatures make their homes. Africa also has subtropical regions, where the most captivating primates, like the bonobos, dwell in jungles. Also called pygmy chimpanzees, these great apes are cousins to the lowland gorillas, who live in Africa's tropical rainforest regions, in the same vicinity of some of the most dramatic-looking old-world monkeys, like the mandrill. In Africa, we find big snakes and giant crocodiles and huge flightless birds. But Africa also possesses savanna grasslands, where grazing animals roam in fertile splendor. Antelopes, like the sturdy eland, or the graceful gazelle. These grasslands are home to some of the most recognizable plant eaters on Earth, from the hippopotamus to the white rhinoceros. Old world monkeys, like the Hamadryas baboon, also thrive on these grasslands. This magical continent is so beloved by its animal inhabitants, it's been noted that the great African elephant has modeled the shape of its ears after its homeland. Think we're kidding? Africa? African elephant ear. There's no doubt as to where this behemoth hails from. Africa. How do we know this Indian or Asian elephant doesn't come from the continent of Africa? He's got great ears, but they're no Africa. Yes, besides the African elephant, the continent of Africa is host to some of the largest and most formidable and recognizable animals in the world, as well as some of the most unusual and, well, strange-looking creatures. Ready for a closer look? Put on your pith helmet. We're headed to Africa. Or the closest thing to it. Here we are. Now, of all the many splendid creatures from this continent, which one might just symbolize wildest Africa? Probably the lion, the legendary king of beasts. These golden felines live on the savannah. in family groups called prides. In the wild, lions are nocturnal, or more active at night. The females do most of the hunting, most often hunting in groups, while the male lion bears his mane like a proverbial crown. Lions are carnivores, and they hunt most of the large herd animals on the savanna, from zebras to antelopes. But lions aren't the only big cats in Africa. Some leopards prowl African rainforests, their spotted coats making them almost invisible in the shadowy thick vegetation and foliage. Another spotted big cat, the cheetah, lives a mostly solitary life on the edge of the savanna. This long and lean feline is the fastest land animal on Earth, reaching speeds up to 70 miles per hour in short bursts when they're in pursuit of prey. Meaning the cheetah can run as fast as a car on the freeway, and much faster than a lot of vehicles. When we come back to Animal Atlas, we'll meet some more world record-breaking animals. But first, let's see if you can guess this animal fact. Africa is A, the oldest inhabited territory on Earth. B, where our human species originated. C, home to more than 12% of the human population. Or D, all of the above. The answer coming up when we return to Animal Atlas. We're back. Did you guess the right answer to our question? Africa is D, all of the above. Africa is not only an important continent to both animals and humans alike, it's a big one. The continent of Africa covers nearly 12 million square miles. More territory than the United States, China, and Europe combined. It only seems fitting then that the largest and the tallest land animals hail from the continent of Africa. Our friend the African elephant, with ears shaped like his home continent, wins first place in the sheer size category. Standing more than 11 feet tall and weighing close to 7 tons of loose, wrinkly skin over muscle and bone. The African elephant is the supersized star of land dwellers. What's the first thing you notice about an elephant after you get beyond just how big he is? Take a look at that trunk. We all know what it's called, but just what is it? An elephant's trunk is both its nose and upper lip. It has a dual purpose. It's used for smelling and grabbing. Or especially, grabbing what smells good. At the end of the elephant's trunk are 2 fingers, which can pluck and prod with great dexterity. Elephants use their trunks for drinking, but they don't suck water up their trunks like a straw. Rather, they fill their trunks with water and then squirt it into their mouths. Trunks are also useful for taking a bath. And for applying a much-needed coating of insect repellent in the form of nice dirt. It takes 40,000 muscles and tendons to move an elephant's trunk, which is both strong and flexible. Yes, the trunk-bearing elephant may, at first, be curious-looking. But once you get to know him, you'll see that he's serenely adapted to his African environment. That's not a sad, balding little tail. It's the best fly swatter in the business. Those few hairs on the end make the tail a swisher supreme. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Sayonara, insects. And those impossibly large continent-shaped ears? Those are the best fans in the African world. The blood from the elephant's body is carried through its ears by blood vessels, which are very close to the surface. When its body is warm, the elephant flaps its ears and cools both blood and body. A hot day? Elephants have the tools to beat the heat. Out on the savannah, maybe near the watering hole, the biggest land animal just might meet the tallest land animal, the giraffe. Where an African elephant may stand 11 feet tall, the giraffe is close to twice that height. Okay, these beauties aren't as heavy as an elephant, but they are equally curious looking. Where an elephant has a long trunk, the giraffe has a long neck, also for a very good reason. Giraffes, like elephants, eat only vegetation. And while an elephant uses his long trunk to pluck tasty morsels from the ground, the giraffe uses his long neck to pluck tasty morsels from the treetops, particularly delectable acacia leaves. The giraffe also has long legs to go along with his long neck, and in fact, his legs are so long that getting a drink of water is not an easy feat. It is this position, in fact, that would make the giraffe vulnerable to lion attacks. These long legs, though, are not just stilts for top of the trees dining. They're also good for running. Though the giraffe may look awkward, those legs can carry it at speeds approaching 35 miles per hour. Okay, that's only about half as fast as the cheetah. But it's still about 3 times faster than we humans can run on our best day. To go with his long neck and long legs, the giraffe has a very long tongue. This 22-inch tongue, coated with thick saliva, is almost as dexterous as an elephant's trunk. With a few twirls, and whirls, and spins and chews, the giraffe can eat around thorns and strip a branch clean without the use of hands, paws, feet, or trunks. Voila! Not every amazing animal in Africa is big, big, big. Interesting creatures come in small packages too. And when we come back to Animal Atlas, we'll meet some pint-sized wildlife. But first, let's see if you can guess this next animal fact. Which animal is not from Africa? A. Ostrich. B. Polar bear. C. Meerkat. Or D. Naked mole rat. Don't go away. The answer coming up right after this on Animal Atlas. We're back. Did you guess the right answer to our question? Which animal is not from Africa? The answer is B. Polar bear. But all the rest are from the African continent. The naked mole rat is a burrow-dwelling rodent who makes its home underground, not far from where the giraffe and the elephant are thundering along above ground. Rooting around in the very same soil, you'd expect to find this ferocious-looking but really very gentle and peaceful wild hog, the warthog. Warthogs are rooters, and they possess a tremendous sense of smell. With their shovel-shaped head and double set of tusks, they can pretty much get to the bottom of anything that's edible. Okay, their eyesight isn't that great, but the warthog's world is one of odor, not vision. Another animal that knows the value of the world below the soil of Africa is the meerkat. Also called surrogates, meerkats are small, burrowing mammals that live on the plains of southern Africa. These engaging animals are not rodents, and they're not related to foxes, or lemurs, or any of the other half-dozen animals they sort of resemble. Instead, the meerkat is a type of mongoose. A very, very cute mongoose. These little guys weigh about 2 pounds, with a head body length of 12 inches and a 7-inch tail. The slender but blunt tail, which is about 1/3 of the meerkat's body length, is used for balance when the animal is standing on its hind legs. Meerkats have long, non-retractable claws, which are adapted for digging burrows. Underneath this pile of dirt, the meerkats have dug an extensive burrow system. It's underground that they sleep, seek protection and shelter, and raise their young. Above ground, however, is a great place to practice mock attacks, or to just play. And to nap. Or to play and nap. Meerkats live in troops numbering from 5 to 40 individuals, and their social organization is very complex. Labor is divided among troop members. There are babysitters, hunters, and teachers in every troop. There are also sentries, or guards, whose important job is to watch for potential predators, such as hawks, jackals, and snakes, and to warn the group of danger. What does guard duty look like? Just like this. Meerkats have excellent vision, and the guards, whether sitting on their haunches or standing on their hind legs, are ever vigilant in their lookout for, predators. Of course, even the most vigilant sometimes needs a break. So, this is the life, meerkat style. It seems to me that I've forgotten an important African animal. Of course, the zebra. After the lion, the elephant, and the giraffe, the zebra just might be one of the most recognizable animals of Africa. Zebras are actually wild horses, since both horses and zebras belong to the same animal group or genus called Equus. There are some very clear differences, however. Though horses can have coat patterns, only the zebra has black and white stripes. Zebras also are shorter than most horses. They have smaller hooves, and they have stiff manes and large ears. These four are Grevy's zebras, and they come from the dry semi-deserts of Northeast Africa. These are the largest of the zebras, and their stripe pattern is very distinct. They have narrow vertical stripes on their bodies with white stomachs. Not only are no two zebra stripes alike, but stripe patterns vary tremendously among the different zebra subspecies. Zebras are grass grazers, or at the zoo, alfalfa eaters, and they are very social animals. Safety in numbers is the zebra's motto, especially where the lion is concerned. We've seen that Africa is filled with improbable and amazing wildlife. From the too tall, to the too big, to the naked, to the positively prehistoric, to the dizzy-making, to the guardians of the southern plains. We've done it. We've been there and back. Don't go away. Animal Atlas will be right back. Until next time on Animal Atlas. Once again, we've traveled the globe, from North and South America to Africa and Asia to Australia and every fascinating place in between. We've met all kinds of incredible animals and learned some important facts about their ability to survive and flourish on our planet. And with our help, we'll make sure they're around for a long time to come. Join us next week for another amazing adventure on Animal Atlas.